The Porsche Arena in Stuttgart is a facility defined by its history, its elite status, and a very specific type of German audience that prides itself on being technically knowledgeable and traditionally reserved. But all of that traditional decorum has just been completely upended by a cultural and athletic phenomenon that the tournament organizers simply did not see coming. We are witnessing a sequence of events that has left even the most seasoned superstars of the game in a state of absolute, stunned disbelief. Specifically, the reigning powerhouse of the tour, Aryna Sabalenka, found herself at the center of a moment that is currently trending across every major sports network. Following an autograph session for Alexandra Eala that can only be described as a riot of national pride, Sabalenka was reportedly left speechless. This wasn't just about a young player signing a few tennis balls. This was the Eala effect, reaching a level of mainstream intensity that the sports leadership has rarely, if ever, witnessed on European soil. Do you believe that seeing a 20-year-old rising star from the Philippines command a larger and more passionate crowd than the world's top seeds is a definitive sign that the hierarchy of the WTA is being permanently rewritten? Or is Aryna Sabalenka's stunned reaction the first of many wake-up calls for the established elite? I want to see your most detailed predictions and your analysis of this historic atmosphere in the comment section right now. To understand why Aryna Sabalenka was so profoundly impacted by what she saw, you have to look at the sheer scale of the reception Alex Eala received during the Porsche fan event. Sabalenka is a woman used to the spotlight. She is a multi-time Grand Slam champion, a global icon, and someone who moves the needle for the sport wherever she travels. But when she finished her own media obligations and looked over at the fan zone where Alex Eala was scheduled to appear, she saw something that defied all professional logic. The Filipino diaspora, from across Germany, the Netherlands, France, and Belgium, had descended on Stuttgart in numbers that have shattered all previous records for fan engagement at this tournament. We are talking about an ocean of flags, customized Nike jerseys, and a level of vocal devotion that made the indoor arena feel like a stadium in the heart of Manila. The viral footage from the session shows Alex Eala patiently navigating a crowd so massive that additional security had to be deployed just to maintain order. Every time she signed a ball or smiled for a photo, a roar went up that could be heard across the entire facility. Aryna Sabalenka was reportedly standing near the entrance to the player lounge, watching this unfold with an expression of pure amazement. According to insiders, she turned to her team and noted that she had never seen anything like it for a player who was still in the early stages of her professional journey. It wasn't just the volume of the crowd, it was the warmth, the communal pride, and the deep emotional connection between the fans and their champion. For a veteran like Sabalenka, it was a vivid reminder that the sport is expanding into territories and hearts that the traditional establishment has never meaningfully reached before. In a brief interaction with the local media shortly after witnessing the frenzy, Sabalenka was incredibly candid about what she had observed. She spoke about the speed and the intensity she had seen from Eala on the practice courts, but then she addressed the fan reception directly. She noted that when you have that kind of support, you are never truly playing alone. She described the energy surrounding Eala as a psychological weapon that can unsettle any opponent. When Sabalenka says she was speechless, she is acknowledging the arrival of a new kind of superstar, one who doesn't just bring titles and trophies, but brings an entire nation and a global community with her onto the red clay. This professional validation from one of the most feared competitors in the world is a seismic moment for Alex Eala, signaling that she is no longer viewed as a dangerous wildcard, but as a legitimate peer to the very best. The technical breakdown of why the elite are starting to take notice is equally compelling. Under the guidance of Tony Nadal, Alex Eala has transformed her game into a sophisticated defensive and offensive machine. Her ability to slide into her left-handed topspin and redirect pace with that signature angle is now at an elite professional level. In her training sessions in Stuttgart, she has been holding her own against top 10 talents, proving that her timing and her confidence are at an all-time high. When Sabalenka watches Eala play, she sees the fingerprints of the Rafa Nadal Academy philosophy, the relentless grit, the never-say-die spirit, and the professional discipline that makes every point a battle. It is this combination of world-class skill and unprecedented fan momentum that has the top seeds so concerned. The commercial impact of this week in Germany is also shattering every institutional expectation. Nike has positioned Eala as a primary face of their global branding, and the sellout of her gear across the continent proves that they made a visionary investment. Her portrait in the Ambassador Tunnel at their world headquarters is a reminder that she is a global brand in full bloom. Major corporations are realizing that Eala is the bridge to a massive, loyal, and economically powerful audience that is deeply invested in her every move. While other players are fighting for traditional recognition, Eala is creating a new blueprint for what a global icon looks like in 2026. The autograph session was simply the physical proof of a commercial and cultural reality that the rankings are finally starting to catch up with. But beyond the business and the tactics, there is the human story that has everyone so emotional. Eala remains the same humble, focused, and incredibly grounded person who left Kazan City at 13 to chase a dream on the other side of the world. She has often spoken about how she enjoys the suffering of the long clay court point, a philosophy she learned from the Nadal family. This mental toughness is her ultimate weapon. While other players might crack under the pressure of the nation's expectations, Eala uses it as fuel. She finds an extra gear in the third set when her lungs are burning because she knows that millions of people are watching and praying for her success. This emotional backing is what Sabalenka recognized as she watched the fans swarm her in Stuttgart. The Eala effect is now a permanent factor in women's tennis. Every tournament director in the world is now watching what is happening in Germany and realizing that having Eala in the draw is a guarantee of sellout crowds and massive digital engagement. The sport is growing up in real time, and that growth is being led by a 20-year-old with a racket and a dream. Aryna Sabalenka's reaction is the ultimate validation of that shift. It proves that the old guard is paying attention and that they realize the next chapter of the sport is going to look very different from the one that came before. As we look toward the opening rounds and the eventual road to Paris, the implications of this week are enormous. Eala is no longer just a prospect. She is a titan, a champion of the people, and the face of the future. The road to the top is long and demanding, but she has already proven that she has the heart and the skill to conquer it. Every slide on the clay, every fist pump after a winner, and every word of respect from her peers is another brick in the foundation of a historic legacy. The Porsche Arena has seen many legends, but the story being written by Eala this week is something entirely new and incredibly powerful. We are following every result, every locker room whisper, and every viral interaction as this historic week in Stuttgart continues. Make sure you are subscribed to the channel and that you have hit the notification bell so you never miss a second of our deep dive coverage of the Eala era. This drama is just getting started, and the intensity is only going to rise as we get closer to the final rounds. Drop a like on this video if the respect shown by Aryna Sabalenka and the massive fan support for Eala has left you as inspired as we are. The world is watching, the fans are ready, and history is being written with every swing of the racket. Thank you for following along as the Filipina sensation continues to conquer the heart of the sport.